The fluorescent lights of the Wellman Plastics factory hummed with a tired intensity, mirroring the exhaustion of the workers on the assembly line. Darlene Connor stood by her station, squinting at a small, misshapen plastic figurine that had just emerged from the mold. She held it up, turning it over in her hand with a mixture of amusement and pity. "Look at this deformed little guy," she remarked, gesturing toward the plastic lump. "I am going to name him Dexter. He is kind of built like a guy I used to date." Her sister Becky, working the station next to her, did not even look up from her task. "Which part of him?" she asked dryly. "The part you do not want shaped like this," Darlene shot back with a smirk. Their banter was interrupted by the arrival of Robin, the managing supervisor. Her sharp footsteps clicked against the concrete floor, commanding immediate attention. "Darlene, can I talk to you for a moment?" Robin asked, her tone unusually serious. Becky straightened up immediately, assuming her most official posture. "Excuse me," she interjected. "As union representative, I would like to know what this is about." Robin paused, looking at Becky with a mixture of confusion and annoyance. "When did you become union representative?" "When I got them to change the drug test," Becky replied with a smug grin. "It was my reward for watching everyone pee." Robin rolled her eyes, clearly unimpressed. "It is none of your business, Becky." "Okay then, carry on," Becky muttered, returning to her work but keeping her ears wide open. "So Darlene," Robin began, turning her focus back to the younger sister. "I have some good news." "It is good news." "Well, that is news right there," Darlene said, her skepticism acting as a natural shield. "Your name came up recently with some of the people upstairs, if you know what I mean," Robin continued. "The upstairs people, they want to make you a line supervisor." "Congratulations." Darlene froze. The plastic Dexter figurine nearly slipped from her fingers. "Me? How come?" "Wait, nobody else wanted it, right?" "No," Robin explained. "The current supervisor is stepping down to take care of a bleeding ulcer. But do not worry, it isn't work-related. Although the drinking problem probably is." A wave of genuine emotion washed over Darlene, a rare occurrence within the factory walls. "Wow. God. Thank you. I could not have done this without your mentoring." "Yeah, you are right," Robin said with a sharp laugh. "It really is much more my victory than it is yours, isn't it? Anyway, let us come upstairs after your shift, and we will talk about compensation and benefits." As Robin walked away, Becky leaned in, her eyes wide with disbelief. "Wow, what did she want?" "You know how you are always saying that my lousy people skills would hold me back?" Darlene said, a triumphant glow starting to radiate from her. "Well, I am your boss now, so suck it." "Congratulations," Becky said, though her voice held a hint of genuine sadness. "You may be surprised to hear this, but I am a little bummed. We have been having fun working together." "Oh, I am still going to be on the floor," Darlene assured her. "It is just that now I can make your life miserable if you displease me." "Right," Becky countered quickly. "And as union steward, one must step on your part, and I can shut down the factory. See, this is going to be fun for everybody." Later that evening, the Connor household was alive with the sound of shuffling cards and rhythmic laughter. A poker game was in full swing at the kitchen table, and the tension was palpable. "Come to Mama Louise," Jackie cried, raking in a small pile of chips. "You are killing me here." Dan looked at his wife with newfound respect. "Where did you learn to play poker?" "When I was doing gigs on the road," Louise explained, expertly shuffling the deck for the next round. "We would play poker for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There were games that went 72 hours straight." "Well, that is obviously an exaggeration," Darlene said, walking into the kitchen and leaning against the counter. "How could anybody stay up for 3 nights playing poker?" DJ looked up from his snack, a mischievous glint in his eye. "Snippy, snippy. Oh, how could you play well when you are all jacked up on grape soda?" Darlene teased. "Yeah, I am not a grape soda guy," Dan muttered. "I do not know how people could afford it. I would have lost this house sooner." Mark wandered into the kitchen, looking hopeful. "I love grape soda. Can I have some before I go to bed?" No honey," Darlene said firmly. "Grape soda will keep you up." "Not as much as grape soda," Dan joked, winking at the boy. "Come on, before I go home, I will tuck you in." As Dan led Mark away, the conversation turned more serious. "So Louise," Darlene said, pulling up a chair. "Now that we can stop saying grape soda, what else did you do in your crazy rock and roller days?" "Lots of stuff," Louise replied, her expression turning thoughtful. Probably the weirdest one was when we drank herbal tea with a shaman. Oh, psychoactive herbs, right? Jackie asked, leaning in with intense curiosity. Yeah, I know some other veterinarians who use that stuff in their practice, Louise said. There was this one study where they gave it to this sad, depressed, geriatric chimpanzee. I mean, she was a real tough case. She wasn't mating or bonding with the other chimps. She just laid in her cage and picked at herself. Yeah, it is like there is a camera in my bedroom, Jackie muttered under her breath. Well, it turned that chimp right around, Louise said. Really, I think it did help me work through some stuff from my past that was holding me back. I wouldn't recommend it, though. It is pretty rough on the body. Well, I do not care how rough it is on the body, Ben interjected, walking into the kitchen. I will take it if it gets me through another day of shopping for other people's groceries. I mean, it was fun at first, but man, I need a creative outlet. I am a storyteller. Really? Darlene asked, raising an eyebrow. 'Cause this story just seems to be about you whining. Okay. Hey, I am grateful to have a job, okay? Ben defended himself. But it is tough. I got chewed out today for not picking up gluten-free ice cream for a kid party. And so the kid farts on his birthday. You can blow out the candles any way he wants, right? Darlene decided it was time for the big reveal. Hey, guess who got promoted to line supervisor today? Becky laughed. Haha, yeah. That would make more sense, right? But no, it is this charmless bag of sadness. She pointed at Darlene. Yep, Darlene agreed, a smug smirk playing on her lips. Get right with your maker, folks. It is clearly the end of days. Dan returned to the room, beaming with pride. Oh, hey, good for you, honey. About time one of us caught a break. Hey, we gotta celebrate this. Yeah, this is big, Ben added, his pride overriding his own workplace frustrations. First Connor to chew her way through the wall into the executive suite. They can patch up the hole, but it is too late. We are in. To Darlene, moving up in the world. Dan toasted, raising a glass of generic cola. Yeah, right. Moving up, Jackie echoed. Congratulations, Darlene. I mean, I got a promotion and we didn't do squat, but this is still great. I got made union representative and nobody gave a crap about that either, Becky noted. To Darlene. To my successful mom, Harris said, entering the room with a rare smile. Who is going to be using her raise to buy me new boots? You have never had the chance to buy my love before, but now you can. Put your glass down, Darlene warned with a laugh. I am going to use the extra money from the raise to try to catch up on bills. Well, I just want to say that this is a tremendous accomplishment, Ben said, standing up and holding his glass aloft. You mean standing up to speak? Darlene teased. I am celebrating Darlene promotion, Ben insisted. And if you cared about her, you would be drinking too. I am an alcoholic, Becky pointed out flatly. Well, you should have thought about that earlier, Ben replied with a wink. You are something else, you know. And it is not about the money or the title. It is really about you being rewarded for your hard work at a time when so many are feeling utter, bottomless despair. To despair. I will drink to that, Dan shouted. Hey, you okay? Darlene asked, looking at Ben with concern. I am fantastic, Ben said, though his volume was a bit too high. Are you sure you need another drink? Well, yep, Ben said. Listen, I know you were down about your job lately, but things can change. I mean, they turned around for me, and they are going to for you too. Oh, that is right. Ben cried out suddenly. And I know what could turn it around. Podcasting. Paper media is dead. Radio is the future. Really? Darlene asked. 'Cause I thought talking pictures was the next big thing. No, podcasts. Ben insisted. And what are the most popular podcasts about? Food and true crime. Okay, yeah, Darlene said. You know what? I guess that makes sense. You love to cook, and you used to have a mugshot magazine. Whoa, I hadn't even thought of that, Ben said, his eyes widening. But hey, tonight is not about me. It is about you. And I am just so proud of you. Yeah, you keep saying that, Darlene said. How about we get you some coffee? No, you are the big shot, Ben said, gesturing wildly. I should be getting coffee for you. I am going to go look for some in the back of your car. And if I do not find any, I am just going to wet myself and pass out. The following afternoon, Dan and Louise found themselves alone in the living room. Hey Dan, Louise said softly. We have the whole house to ourselves. Darlene and the kids won't be back for a couple hours. I am way ahead of you, Dan said with a playful grin. We move out before they get back, right? They were interrupted by a frantic knocking at the front door. Jackie and her boyfriend Neville burst in, looking disheveled and wide-eyed. "Hey, Dan." "Louise." Jackie cried out. Hi," Dan said, startled. You ever knock or call first?" "Well, here is the thing," Jackie said, her voice trembling. "Neville and I drank the tea." "The tea?" Dan asked. "The herbal tea," Jackie explained. "Oh God, you did it about 45 minutes ago?" Louise asked, her medical instincts kicking in. Yeah," Jackie said. "But you are not supposed to do that by yourselves. You are supposed to have a shaman to keep watch over you." "Yeah, that is going to be you guys," Neville added, leaning against the wall for support. "You are the shamans." "Jackie, I hope you do not think I was recommending this," Louise said, concerned. "Well, you are the one that said it might have helped you overcome past trauma," Jackie insisted. "'Cause I have tried everything from therapy to voodoo to quit sabotaging myself, and nothing worked. So I want to be as happy as that monkey." "Yeah. You shouldn't have just gone and drank that tea," Dan warned. "You have no idea how you are going to react to it." "No, I can see how I am reacting to it," Jackie cried. "There is a clarity to the universe that I have never seen before. I can actually feel the earth spinning. I am going to throw up." "Where should I throw up? Are you guys picky about it?" "The bathroom is that way," Dan said, pointing toward the hall. Meanwhile, Ben was busy in the kitchen, setting up a makeshift recording studio with microphones and tangled wires. "Hey, what is all this for?" Becky asked, walking in with the baby. "I am doing a podcast about the top 2 things Americans are most obsessed with," Ben explained enthusiastically. "Let me guess," Becky said. "Sex and money, and football, and pizza and squirrels who sit on little picnic benches and eat tiny food?" "Sex and squirrels," final answer, Darlene added, joining them. "Wrong," Ben said. "It is about true crime and food, which is why I am calling my podcast Whatever Does Not Kill You Makes You Hungry." "So what is the first episode about?" Darlene asked. "Well, I have got a historian coming from the University of Chicago who has done some digging into the Sweeney Todd legend," Ben said. "Hey, I know that," Becky said. "Johnny Depp plays the guy who kills a lot of people, but they are happy to die because it is better than listening to him sing." "Ha ha ha." "It is close," Ben said. "It is about a barber who turns his customers into pies. About the desperation of lower-class London and how moral boundaries eroded to allow the most unthinkable of crimes." "I love stories about people who eat people," Jackie said, appearing from the hallway, looking pale but strangely enlightened. "They are the luckiest people in the world." Darlene and Ben retreated to the porch later that day to find some peace. "Hey, you are back," Darlene said. "Hey, what is going on?" Ben asked. "Well, it is all here," Darlene said, gesturing to a stack of boxes. "All the stuff I need for my podcast." "Oh, your podcast," Ben said. "I cannot believe you even remember that." "Kidding," Ben said. "First thing this morning, I found all this equipment on Craigslist. For $100. "For $100? Darlene said. "That is actually a really good deal." "The guy was high as a kite," Ben admitted. "So I took advantage of him. If it was even his stuff." Hey, Becky," Darlene said to her sister who was lingering in the doorway. "Could you give me and Ben a minute to talk?" "Sure," Becky said. "When the cops come, am I supposed to say I have seen this equipment or what?" When they were alone, Ben looked at Darlene. "Thank you for being so supportive last night. I gotta admit, I was a little rattled at your celebration, so I had to put on a brave face. It is all good now. I have got my thing, you have got your thing, and we both got things." "Okay, yeah, all right," Darlene said tentatively. Maybe if you have got something fun to do, then it will make going to work a little easier." "Well, that is the thing," Ben said, taking a deep breath. "This is going to be my work now. I quit Instacart." "Wait, you quit your job?" Darlene cried, her promotion joy suddenly evaporating. "I know it is radical, but I am telling you this is going to be great for us," Ben said. As Darlene processed this news, Dan wandered through the house. "Oh, if you see Neville, he is going to tell you he is a butterfly. Do not disagree with him." In the living room, Jackie was sitting on the floor, staring intensely at a lampshade. "I do not care what you say, Mom," she shouted at the empty air. "Even if the milk is free, they will buy the cow because the milk is that good." Louise walked into the room, crouching down next to her. It is probably hard for you to remember because you are out of your mind, but again, I am not your mom." "Oh," Jackie whispered, her eyes welling with tears. I wish you were my mom. Would it be okay if I curled up in your lap? Oh, not even a little, Louise said gently. Could you pet my head? Jackie asked. I feel safe with you. I never felt safe with my mom because she was always telling me all the things that were wrong with me. Well, we do not all get great moms, Louise sighed. My mom always said that I would overdose on drugs at 27. Huh, joke is on her. I turned away from the light just to stick it to her. Oh my God, Jackie cried. You didn't die because you were supposed to be here now. Sure, it has all been building to this, Louise said, trying to maintain the logic. Look, it is pretty clear that you have been trying to find things from men that you couldn't get from your mother. Are you saying that I wanted sex from my mom? Jackie gasped. Oh my God, this is an awakening. No, 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 Louise said quickly. Let us try it this way. You see, there is a Jackie inside that was created by things your mom said. Now you know how you just threw up a minute ago? Yeah, I just threw up, Jackie said. The damaged Jackie, the not good enough Jackie, the Jackie who doesn't deserve a relationship, Louise explained. Oh, Jackie said. It looked like apple pie. No, it was the Jackie that has been holding you back, Louise said firmly. All she was words, and you just threw them up. Oh my God, I did. Jackie cried. I see it now. And now you can create a new Jackie, Louise said. And she can be anyone you want. A Jackie that is perfect and deserves unconditional love. That is a question? Jackie asked. Make it a statement, Louise urged. I am a Jackie that is perfect and deserves unconditional love. Jackie shouted. I am a pony. Back at the factory, Darlene was addressing a group of somber workers. So the doctor says, Hugh, you got holes the size of quarters in your lower colon. You just weren't built for the high-stakes excitement of the plastics game. We love you, Hugh. Last thing I want to say is, do not trust management. They are a bunch of snakes. God bless. Robin stepped forward. I would like to introduce our newest snake, our beloved Hugh replacement, Darlene Cobra Connor. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Darlene said, stepping to the podium. So I have only had this job for 3 hours, but I can feel the hatred shooting through your eyes already. We have a new policy. Hugh would have told you if he had any guts, but apparently those are dissolving. That from now on, sick leave will be considered vacation time. So let us have some cake. Seriously? Becky shouted from the back. You are trying to take away our vacation time? You do that, and I am organizing a walkout. Yeah, congratulations on your first day, Darlene, Becky said as they met in the break room later. I think it is going really well. It is tough replacing someone everyone loves, especially when you are somebody no one loves. Not in the mood, Becky, Darlene snapped. Ooh, trouble in Sisterland, Becky teased. Sisterland was shut down in the 80s after people were hurt on the rides. It has been, Darlene explained. The minute I got this promotion and we could finally put a few bucks away, he quit his job. He is seeking his fortune as the podcast king of our kitchen. The poor guy has been floundering ever since he lost the magazine. He has finally found something he wants to do. No, it is not just that, Darlene continued. He is being weird about my promotion. Yeah, some men get a little screwy when their partners start making more money than they do, right? Becky said. It is a thing, right? Husbands number 1 and number 2 had a big thing about it. My career started to take off, and they just couldn't handle it. Maybe calling them husband number 1 and husband number 2 also affected their self-worth, Darlene noted. That is why I call husband number 3 Carl, Becky laughed. I have learned to just be supportive of whatever mindless, idiotic stuff they come up with. Whatever happened to trying to build a relationship on honesty? Darlene asked. Look, honey, Becky said. I have had a 15-year relationship with a wonderful man, all built on a foundation of little white lies and fantasies of me cheating on him with Eric in accounting. So my only option is to lie to boost Ben ego and fantasize about someone in accounting? Yes, but not Eric, Becky warned. It is bad form to have dream sex with your boss fake boyfriend. Thanks, Becky, Darlene said. Would you take the rest of the afternoon off? I am just kidding. You are hanging by a thread here. Ha ha ha. Back at home, Dan was checking on Jackie who was drinking water. Is that electrolyte stuff helping? 'Cause you literally took it out of the mouth of a baby. Was Beverly Rose tripping yesterday? Jackie asked. I do not think so. Oh, look who is back, Louise said as Neville wandered into the room. Mr. Everything is beautiful. You know what is not beautiful? This bath mat that was covered in your revelations. Sorry about that, Neville said sheepishly. Hey, Jackie, Neville said. Hey, Jackie replied. How are you feeling? Oh, stronger by the minute, Jackie said. How about you? Well, I didn't have a lot to purge, Neville said. But I am more accepting of my longer second toe. I just wish I could have been there for you. Oh no, that is okay, Jackie said. Louise was there for me, and she helped me see that I really do deserve something good in my life. Does that include me? Neville asked hopefully. Yes, Neville, Jackie said with a smile. I think that could include you. That is really fantastic, Neville said. But I gotta warn you, I think a lot more of myself now, so I might be a handful. In the kitchen, Ben was finishing his recording. You can find all the recipes for the dishes I talked about today on the website. Thank you for listening, and join us again next week. And remember, do not kill where you eat. Haha. It is good stuff, right? Ben asked as Darlene walked in. Yeah, Darlene said. Can I talk to you for a sec? Sure. All right. So I was talking to Robin today at work, and she was saying how it can be challenging for a couple when the woman starts, achieving career goals and climbing the ladder, and the guy is, doing a podcast. Ha ha ha. Okay, ha ha ha. So she said that I should be sensitive to how you feel and make sure to validate your choices, and yeah, I am not going to do any of that. Because unlike my boss, I cannot afford for a partner not to be bringing in money. I know, Ben said, and I did the research. This is going to pay off for us in the long run. But it might not, Darlene argued. I mean, you should have talked to me before you quit your job. Like at the party where you were so proud of me that you got blind drunk. I am proud of you, Ben insisted. I just haven't been proud of me. Watching you succeeding reminded me that I wasn't. Well, I am sorry that the one good thing that ever happened to me made you feel bad about yourself, Darlene said. Well, me too, Ben admitted. I do not want to be that guy. Look, I should have celebrated you, and I should have talked to you before I quit. All right, well, can't you do the podcast and your job? No, because the more I thought about it, the more I realized how much time all of this takes. With the writing and the promoting and getting advertisements. Okay, well, isn't there something that takes less time? I need this, okay? Ben said, his voice pleading. I lost faith in myself when the